Hey everyone, how are you doing? I hope you're having a wonderful day. I am so excited to be talking about this updated project pan. Now, if you are new to my channel, thank you so much for stopping by. I'm so happy that you are here. And if you're wondering what a project pan is, this is a type of project in which we are trying to use up makeup. Some of these things I do have the intention of using all the way up. Other things I give myself goals to use them a certain amount of times just to make sure that I'm using the stuff that I have purchased. And I find this a very fun, relaxing, satisfying way to just have fun with all my makeup. So thank you so much for joining me. Today is an especially exciting update because today is a refresh, which means I'm rolling out some of my seasonal items and rolling in some new things. I also do have some very good progress to share on some of the products I've been working on for quite a long time. All year. I didn't know if I would have anything to share because I didn't wear a whole lot of makeup in September, but I am very pleased with the stuff I have to show you. Today's tea of the day is organic vanilla chai from David's Tea. These are the ones that come on like the really nice mesh bags so that the tea has room to expand. It's good. It's a little sweet actually, and I didn't add any sweetener to it. That's interesting. Actually, it tastes like it has rooibos in it. That's what it tastes like. Interesting, there's no rooibos, but it does have vanilla flavoring added to it. Okay, let's get into this update. As always, I like to start with empties. Okay, so this isn't an empty. Before I show the inside of this, this is the little eyeshadow palette I put together at the very beginning of the year. These are all singles from my collection that are quite old, and I wanted to pull them out to see if I could hit pan on any of them this year. They are all neutrals. They will all work well with any other combination of shadows that I'm using in other palettes if I'm missing of a certain color, or if I'm using a cream shadow and I just want kind of like a base powder shadow to put down first. These are all those types of shades. So I finally hit a pan in one of these. So this is obviously like a cream colored shade. This is from the Makeup Geek, and this is the shade So Pale. I obviously had used it before I put it in this project, but once I put it in the project, I started counting uses and I used it 15 times in order to hit that pan. I honestly feel like these shadows might be starting to get a little bit old because I just felt like they were very powdery, which I didn't really experience before, and it actually didn't have a ton of pigment, so I did have to use a lot of it, which was why I was able to hit pan in only 15 uses on a matte shadow, which for me is not typical. Nonetheless, I am very happy to have that in my collection, considering that I feel like the quality is going down. I might end up decluttering it eventually. I'm not ready to get rid of it yet, but since I did hit pan in this, I will be removing this from my little 9-pan and pulling out a different single from my collection to work on for the rest of the year. While we're here, let's update the rest of these shadows. So far, I've used that one 16 times in this project. Makeup Geek Peach Smoothie, I've used 3 times. This Depotted Elf shade twice. Makeup Geek Beach Please, I've used 10 times. Makeup Geek Bedrock once. Makeup Geek Creased 4 times. NARS Ashes to Ashes, I've only used twice. Morphe, this is the shade Hush Hush. I've used that one 16 times. I'm very frustrated. I wish there was more of a dip in that one. I thought I would hit pan in that one by now. And this shade from e.l.f. I've only used once. At the end of the updates is where I roll in all my new things, and now I will show you the new shade I'm rolling in its place. Now, I did finish my sunscreen that I've been working on, this one from Tula, the Protect and Glow Daily Sunscreen Gel. This is a really pretty primer. Like, if you're looking for a glowy primer, this is a great way to go because it's like a 2-in-1 step. It's SPF 30, and like the glow is pretty intense with this. So I'm happy to be done with this at the end of this season. Always happy to roll out another sunscreen. I like to test out sunscreens, so I tend to buy them every once in a while, so always good to use one up. This makes me feel kind of silly to talk about this because it's so small, but I did finish my little Sol de Janeiro Boom Boom Cream. I had rolled in a duo of these, mainly just to make myself use them. These are so luxurious. They're one of those products that I just wouldn't let myself use, so I finally just put it in this project to get them gone because they've been sitting in my collection for a little bit. They really are luxurious. I enjoyed using that very much. And now let's get to the updates on the rest of my products. So starting with this concealer from Glossier. This is a very long-term product that I am currently working on. It is the oldest concealer in my collection, and it's taking a very long time to even show progress on it. I am getting a little concerned about how old this is, but so far it still seems to be okay. So I'm gonna keep it in the project. The eyeliner that I'm currently working on is almost gone. Look at that. it's getting to the point where it's very difficult to sharpen. I think I might get one more sharpening out of this. Here's all the progress I've made all year on this project, on this product, and you can see from last month to this month there was a really big jump. That's because the product did break, but I'm really hoping that I will have this done by the next update, which will be very exciting to me. I didn't use up any eyeliners last year, which I don't know how I overlooked working on an eyeliner last year. So it'll be nice to have finished at least one this year. Oh, I never said what this is. This is from Pixie in the shade Matte Mulberry. The lip gloss I've been working on is from Undone Beauty. This is the Big Papa Gloss in the shade Watercolor Rose. I didn't make nearly as much progress on this as I wanted to last month. This was one of the products that I didn't get to use as much. I find that when I'm traveling like I was doing in September, I just don't reach for my products as much. So anyway, hopefully I will have a lot better progress to share with this lip gloss next month. But when I rolled it in, it was pretty much full. So that is how much I used up in the past month. Let's put some on right now. It's a very, very easy to use, basically sheer lip gloss. Okay, the lipstick I've been working on from Wayne Goss, I was finally able to make another mark on it this month. Now, the last time I was able to make a mark was in August. So, you know, it's been a couple months. Here in October, I'm finally able to make a new mark, and you can see it still is not that much progress, but this is a product that I'm expecting to use quite a bit this fall. This was the shade Lily, I think I said that, and this is how much is left. I've decided that once I roll out the cream blush I'm currently working on, I'm not going to roll in a new one for the season. I'm going to use this instead, just to help me get more use on it since I've been struggling so much to reach for it as a lipstick. It's a pretty color. I don't know, sometimes I'm just not into wearing a pink lipstick and I want to wear something else. Looking at my markings, I actually rolled this into this project last October, so it's been a year and I have used over half of this lipstick, so that is good to look at to see that I have been making progress on it, even though it's been very, very slow. But in the next 3 months I would like to make significant progress on this. I don't know if I'll be able to finish it, but I'm really gonna try. I really want a lipstick empty this year. The lip liner I have that goes along with it, also from Wayne Goss. This is the shade Mauve. I was able to make a new mark on this one, but not a very big one. This was one of those products that really suffered with all my traveling last month. Since I'm planning on being here all October, I'm hoping to get much better use on this lip liner. This will definitely not be gone by the end of the year. Lip liners take me a very, very long time to use up, especially wooden pencil lip liners like this. Okay, let's talk the seasonal products that I'll be rolling out. The highlighter I've been working on is from Merit. This is the highlighting balm in the shade Kava. My goal for this was to use it up so that it was completely level with the plastic component and that to the point where I'd have to roll it up to use it. And look, I did that. Yay, it's completely level now, and in order to use it, I have to roll it up. Yay, it makes me feel so good to finally reach a goal on this. This is not the first time that I put this into a project. Past few months, I've used this 22 times, which tells me that if I wasn't rolling other highlighters into my Shop My Stash and letting myself, you know, play around with them, I would absolutely make a lot more progress on this. But I like, you know, switching things up every once in a while. So I'm just really, really happy to finally have significant progress on this highlighter from Merit. I'm gonna roll that out and roll something else in. The blush I was working on from MAC, I did mention that I'm not gonna be rolling in a blush to replace this one, but oh my goodness, did I enjoy using this all summer long. I only used it 21 times, which I thought I used it way more than that. I think it was a case of me wanting to use this constantly, but also trying to use other blushes in my collection. So 21 times, at least I got a decent little dip going in this blush. This is a blush that I can reach for anytime because it goes with any look. It's like a soft peachy blush. And I've had this for a while, so I was really, really happy to finally roll it into a project. But I'm also gonna put this one away. Now, the bronzer I've been working on all summer, I actually used 38 times, which for me is a very good number. And this is the e.l.f. Putty Bronzer in the shade Honey Drip, and this is what it is currently looking like. I'll put up a picture of how it looked when I rolled it in 3 months ago. So there is visual progress, which always makes me happy. Once I discovered that I like using a big fluffy brush with this product, I really enjoyed using it. Even though it is a cream, it's kind of like a cream to powder, so it's not something that moves around on your face. So I really liked using this in the summertime. But this will be rolling out as well. Okay, one more product to update, then we can talk about roll-ins. So the lip balm I've been working on from Fourth Ray Beauty. Oh, I should have mentioned this at the beginning. I finally hit pan the bottom of the jar with this stuff. Look at there. Yay! Finally, the bottom of the jar. This is a lot of product that comes in these little tubs, and and you don't need very much, and I have been enjoying using this very, very much, but it is really nice to see the bottom. I've been working on this one for many months now. This may very well take me to the end of the year. I wouldn't be surprised if it did, but I feel like now that I finally hit the bottom, it'll be easier for you guys to see progress in pictures. Because up to now, it's been kind of hard to show some of the progress sometimes. But that's something else I'm very happy to see the bottom of. But now we can talk about roll-ins. So last month, I took a break from working on foundation. In August, I think, I had finished my Project Pan foundation, and then I just wanted to work on using up some samples. I did use up some samples. I probably should start working on a foundation again. So I think I need to roll in this foundation from Yensa. You guys have probably heard me talk about this foundation. I think it's absolutely beautiful. It is SPF 40. It's got lots of skin-loving ingredients in it, and it is my highest coverage foundation. And I need less than a pump of this when I wear it. So I haven't been really looking forward to panning it, even though I think this is a beautiful product. I just know it's going to take me a really long time. And the only reason I'm rolling it in is because it expires in April of 2024, which gives me 7 months. To finish this, which I am expecting it to take a while, considering I use just a tiny bit of this. I use the shade Light Neutral, and I did mark it there because I think that's about where it's at. Like, I can kind of do that with it. But this is one of those products where the pump kind of pulls it down from the center first, and there's still product up on the sides. So it's not completely down to there, but you know, it's the best I could do in terms of marking. This will be nice to reach for on a daily basis. Since I finished that sunscreen, I need to roll in a new one, and this is another product that's going to take me a really long time to use up. This is a gigantic sunscreen. This is from Derma B. This is a Korean brand, and it's a really lovely product. It's very lotiony, very hydrating. I'm really enjoying it. But this is like a face and body tub, so you know, it does have a lot of product in it. It has 200 mils, and I have been using it, so that is about where it's at. I'm looking forward to using it this winter, having a nice, creamy, hydrating sunscreen to use. A lot of the ones that I've been using are very light, which was very nice for the summer and spring, but I'm going into winter. It'll be nice to have something with a little bit more heft to it. Not like this is thick or anything. It's just thicker than a lot of other K-beauty things that I've tried. All right, the seasonal products I'm going to be rolling in. For bronzer, I think I decided that I want to roll in this one from Salt New York. I was thinking I might want to wait until January to roll this in, but this is one of those products that does tend to move around in my face a bit. It needs to be set down, and I don't know if I want to work on it in January, February, March, when I know I'm gonna be wearing like a hat every single day. I just feel like this might become kind of messy, especially since I tend to put bronzer here. I feel like a hat, yeah, my clothes would just get messy, so going into the fall, this might be a better time to use this product. So this is the Sculpt and Bronze in the shade Light, which I've mentioned before how much I enjoy this product because it reminds me a lot of my favorite product from Makeup by Mario. It's just very natural looking, very much my speed, and I'm honestly very interested to see how far I can get on this. There's not a ton of product in these pans from Salt New York, which is fine. That way you can use it up before it goes bad, but I am curious to see how long it will take me to hit pan on this. That would be my goal. I don't know if I can do it in 3 months, but I'm going to try. The highlighter I rolled in is one that I worked on last fall, and I've decided to bring it back. So from NARS, this is the shade Fort de France. And you can see I already have a dip going in this one. I have no idea if I will ever hit pan in a highlighter. Try really hard to do it. To be honest, I am wearing more highlighter these days than I have in the past. So if I'm gonna hit pan in a highlighter, now will be the time. I've never used up a highlighter either. I've never hit pan in one. I've never used up one. Although granted, I've only been getting into highlighter the past couple of years. And right now I'm definitely at like the peak of enjoying highlighter. I'm enjoying them all so much right now. So I'm very much looking forward to using this. Fort de France is kind of a soft gold. And in comparison to other highlighters, it's definitely more of a gentle highlighter. I'm looking forward to using this again this fall. Have any of you ever hit pan on one of these NARS highlighters? How long did it take you? I would love to know. And lastly, I need to roll in a body cream. So I decided to roll in one of these from Korres. I do tend to I don't know, not collect these, but whenever I see one, I'm very hard pressed to resist. I really like them. This particular one is the Basil Lemon Body Milk. I have used up 1 or 2 of these in my projects in the past, so you guys might have seen these before, but rolling into the colder months, it will be nice to work on something very thick and hydrating like this one. I realized I did not mark this. I think I'm about halfway. Yeah, that seems about right. So about there. Oh my gosh, I almost forgot that I wanted to replace this shadow, So Pale from Makeup Geek. So in its place, I am gonna bring in another cream shadow. I know a lot of people use cream shadows like this to set their eyeshadow primer. I don't tend to set my eyeshadow primer. By the way I use these is to kind of like just blend out the edges of my eyeshadow looks to make sure that everything is nice and blended looking. This particular cream shadow is a depotted shade from an e.l.f. palette, which I remember really enjoying the mattes in that particular e.l.f. palette. It was the e.l.f. New Classics palette. So there we go. I'm going to put that there. And I might change up a couple of the other shades that I've only used once. So Makeup Geek Bedrock here, I've only used it 1 time. Oh, no, actually, now that we're going into this time of year, I might want something more dark and cool tone like that. So I'm gonna leave that in there, but I think I am gonna take out this depotted shade from e.l.f. I think it's just too close to this shade from Morphe, that one that I would really like to hit pan on. So for now, I am gonna put this one back. Here's one that I know is very old in my collection. This is a single from Nomad Cosmetics. I got this ages ago from Ipsy. This is the shade Henna from the Marrakesh collection, I think. I don't really have like a deep warm shade in here, so I feel like that might go well. The closest one would be this one, but this one's lighter, so I'll put that one in there. Okay, I think I'm gonna leave it like that for now. The only one that I think I could hit pan on is this one. I really want to hit pan on that shadow. Yeah, you can see there's a little bit of a dip going in there, but I heard so many people talk about how easy it is to hit pan on Morphe mattes that I really thought this would take me no time at all. That is not proving to be the case. Granted, I haven't used it a ton. Like I said, I've only used it 16 times this year, but I did expect a little bit more movement on it. It's nice to see one more pan in my palette of matte singles. I have a pan here, which is also Makeup Geek, a pan here, which is the one I just did from Makeup Geek, and a pan in this one from Sydney Grace. I have not been focusing very much on panning eyeshadows this year. I did just start a new project, Project Level Up. If you guys love to watch that project like I do, I was so excited to get started on that one. I just put that up, or that intro up. So maybe that I'm more in the mood for panning eyeshadows. Maybe I'll finally make some more progress on these. Oh, I just realized I forgot to update you guys on this product from Kaleidos. So I've only used it twice in the last month, which is not enough to use up this product, but I'm really hoping to get at least better progress on it. I really wanted to finish it by the end of the year, but if I only use it a few times each month, that won't happen. But this is the liquid lipstick from Kaleidos Makeup. It's discontinued. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's a beautiful, cool toned shade, but I'm gonna try and do better about reaching for it. Okay, that's the end of my update. Thank you guys so much for watching. What products will you be reaching for in the fall here? If you have any good updates, any good hands to share, or any good empties, make sure and share them with us down below. We're in the home stretch here, only 3 months left. I definitely have a few things I wanna finish up before the end. So, let's see if I can do it. Thank you guys so much for following along with this project. I'll see you again very soon in the next one. Bye.